I applied to the Mckinsey Next Generation Women's Leaders Program and I got in. And here's how you can do it too. What's up everyone? So today's video is going to be a good plain old explanation video where I talk in front of the camera. So let's get started. What is McKinsey Next Generation Women's Leader Program? And usually we call it NGWL. So it is a 2-day program where there are a bunch of workshops, discussions, networking events with amazing, talented women leaders all over the world. So in this program, you will get the chance to meet a lot of women leaders from your region, also women leaders from McKinsey. This 2-day program, there are workshops where they will teach you how to problem solve, how working in McKinsey is like, the challenges of being a women leader in the industry, as well as how to overcome it and how can you as a woman add value to the industry, especially those industries that are male dominated. So usually this program is held on-site, and by on-site I mean if you get in, McKinsey will fly you to Europe, and I heard it's going to be in the Swiss Alps to attend the conference. But, well, you know, due to the pandemic, we are all now stuck at home, so the event itself is just going to be virtual. But the good news is, because it's a virtual event, so they can take more people to join the program itself. So you get higher chance to get selected. Initially, why do I want to join this program? A little bit of backstory. I was actually cleaning up my browser history. I was actually cleaning up my browser's bookmark earlier this year, and I found out I bookmarked this particular program since I was in year 2 in my university. So that was what, 2016? At that time, I was so interested in the program. Sadly, I was not qualified to join the program by that time because only penultimate student or final year students onwards until working professionals, 8 years, I think, yeah, who can join this program. I'll talk to you about the requirement and the eligibility criteria later on. So as I was saying, I was too young to join this program last time, so I just bookmark it somewhere and leave it behind. And I figured it out again earlier this year, and I thought, actually now that I was eligible, I might actually give it a try. I was looking to improve my portfolio as well, and this is a really good chance, a really good program for me to put inside my portfolio, especially because I'm applying for a master's in business later on. That's why I want to join this program. So from the website itself, what is the objective of this McKinsey NGWL program? First of all, it's for you, the participants, to explore the importance of women in leaderships, and also for you to refine your own leadership skills. Second thing, it is also for you to develop a sense of connection because you will meet a lot of great women leaders from your region, and this is a really great chance of networking. Then third is to create a long-lasting community. Even after the event itself, we exchange contacts, and these networks that we gain from this event actually are very beneficial for your professional career. So the program itself usually happens during summer. The registration closes around May, and then the program itself will be in the June. After the 2 days workshop, there will still be workshops once a month in July, in August. Next, who can apply? I'm sure this is a very great question that you guys have in mind. First of all, let's just check their website over here. And also, I will link the website in the description below. How to apply? First, eligibility. So to be considered for this program, oh, by the way, I am joining the Asia Pacific one, so I'm going just to show you the Asia Pacific eligibility criteria. Whereas for Europe, Middle East and Africa application, you guys can just check their website. Okay, eligibility. To be considered for the NGWL Asia Pacific, you must be currently based in or have a strong ties with the region. So, for example, I am from Indonesia, but I am currently based in Singapore. So actually my base and both my nationality and my base are actually eligible to apply for this NGWL Asia Pacific program. If you're someone who comes from the Asia Pacific region, for example, you're Indonesian like me, but you are located in the US, you are based in the US or you are based in the Europe, you can still apply for this program because you are still eligible for it. It's just during the program itself, it's just going to be midnight for you. So yeah, do consider that. Other than that, you must also be a bachelor, master, PhD or MBA student graduating no later than 2022. Okay, this year is actually 2021. That means it's either you are a final year student or you are a penultimate student. So either you're a student or a professional with up to 8 years of working experience. In order to apply, first, you need to submit your resume in English. As you can see from this website here, it should include the details of your education, your grades, your work experience, and your extracurricular activities and achievements. So basically just dump everything. And you also need to specify in the application, in the application form itself, the office location based on the geography. Let's say for me, last time I put the office location in Jakarta because I want to know more about what are the things that Mckinsey is doing in Jakarta. You can also choose by the industry ties. So for example, because I am from IT background, I can choose Mckinsey Digital, for example. Other than your resume, you also need to provide a cover letter of maximum 250 words. The cover letter is actually optional, but it's a very good to have because some of the things like your motivation of joining the program or some of the activities that you have might not fit in your resume and perhaps more suitable to be put in the cover letter. So I still think it's good to have a cover letter. Just like every other job application to McKinsey, you also need to do the digital assessment. So this digital assessment is basically like a problem-solving game that you can do online, and it's actually very fun. You don't have to prepare for it. I'm just going to link the video up here on how the digital assessment would look like and how the game would look like itself. And also going back to the office location or the business function that I mentioned just now, you can also find the list of participating offices and business functions in the website itself. So if you are looking forward to know more about for example, the Sydney office, then you can put Sydney office of your office of interest. Next, other than the eligibility and how to apply, what are they looking for? Definitely someone who has an outstanding record in academics or professional settings. Of course, because this is a program for women leaders, they need someone to have a leadership experience, be it in academic, like in school, or in professional settings. They also are looking for someone who thrives when working with other people. So these points you can put in your cover letter to demonstrate how you really like to work with other people. And also actively seek ways to maximize their own potential. So they're looking for this kind of people. Of course, because McKinsey is from a consulting background, someone who enjoys problem solving is greatly sought after. And they're also looking for someone who wants to use their talents to make a positive change to their life or communities. Perhaps you can demonstrate how you like to do some volunteering activities to even further your application. So personally, for me, who do I think should apply, right? Even though everybody can apply, it's really good that you have the right motivation for it as well. First of all, because this is a female program, so anybody who identifies as female, who really wants to get inspired and hone and reflect again on their leadership skills. Because not everybody who join this program are perfect. Even I also meet some people who are actually lost in their career when they are looking some sort of inspiration from other people. So this is a really great program for you to get inspired again. You will see a lot of other people having so many great achievements in their life, even someone who is younger than you, and this is really going to motivate you. And also, this one important thing that I actually didn't realize, that this program is kind of like a fast-track program if you want to join McKinsey. So if your end goal is actually to join as a consultant in the McKinsey itself, this is a really good program to join, because once you get accepted to this program, you will meet a lot of the HR people. If you apply for a position in McKinsey after this program, you do not have to do the digital assessment again, and they will just basically fast-track your application. Sharing more about the application process. First of all, you need to prepare your resume, refine your resume and showcase all your leadership skills. And you also need to showcase your problem-solving skills, not only in your resume, but also in your cover letter later on. Also, you need to showcase any activities where you get to use your talents to make a positive impact. Next, prepare your cover letter. Like I said, even though it is optional, I still feel it's important to submit a cover letter. It can showcase a lot of things actually. For example, when you are faced with a problem and you're trying to solve it. And you can also showcase the times where you actively maximize your potential. So for example, the times where you actively go for a training or take initiative in improving your skills. Cover letter is also a great opportunity for you to emphasize the why that you want to join this event. Third, you need to submit both the resume and then the cover letter, and you will be asked to play the digital assessment game. A lot of YouTube videos have actually covered this digital assessment game. I think you can just look through a lot of videos that in YouTube. Basically, you can't really prepare for this digital assessment game. It's just a simple strategy-based problem-solving game. You just need to go for it. There's no right or wrong answer to these assessment games. It's just a way for them to analyze how you can learn from your past mistakes, because there are a lot of different stages in the game where you might make mistakes in the past and then how you improve in the next stage and so on. And then lastly, you just need to wait for the acceptance letter or email. You might have questions like, will they send a rejection letter? So I don't think they will send you a rejection letter, because once you already submitted the last stage, which is the digital assessment, they will inform you that you will be informed regarding the result by insert date here. And then if you don't hear from them by that date, then most probably you are not getting selected. Yeah. What happened next after you get selected? So after you get your acceptance email, they will also inform you to download this event app, which is a McKinsey event app, where you get the chance to meet a lot of people. It's like their own internal social media. You can post there basically with your pictures and your story and stuff. Introduce yourself, chat a lot of people, and this app is actually open before the actual event itself. So you get to meet a lot of these people online first on that social media app. This is quite funny because throughout until the end of the event, there is competition where the most active in the social media app itself will get the chance to win a prize. So there is a point system every time you post, every time you like, every time you comment, every time you chat with someone or add someone in the app. It's kind of weird, but it actually lubricates like the conversation, because we are all girls and you know, girls are just chatty. Also, for my batch actually made use of this app to make another WhatsApp group, which is an informal one. And in this WhatsApp group, it's where we actually organize a chill networking session. We had a Zoom session once, and just like for people who are actually available during that time can just join, and yeah, just to break the ice, you know, and talk to fellow participants. And get to know them personally, especially like during this pandemic. I think everybody is just like staying at home and bored. We like kind of know that during the event itself is just going to be a lot of workshops, and by the way, there are like 200, was it 200? I think it was like 250 of us. I will need to put the right number here, but yeah, there were a lot of people in the event itself who got accepted, and definitely cannot network with everybody during the event. So yeah, the informal networking session is just really good to break the ice and then get to know fellow participants. So moving on to the 2 full-day workshop itself. The full-day workshop is actually more like half-day workshop, because in order to cater to different time zones, Asia Pacific comprises from India and all the way until Australia, New Zealand. So it actually encompasses like quite range of time zones. So the activities actually start from after lunch, so around 2 p.m. and then ends at about 6:30, 7. What kind of workshops topics? First of all, there is the topic about the leadership. We discuss a lot about this thing called centered leadership, which you can check the link over here or over here. It is basically a leadership principle from Mckinsey, especially great for women leaders. So on the second day of workshop, we actually start with a yoga session during lunchtime around 12 to 1 p.m. Singapore time, and then continue with the leadership workshop. And at the end of day 2, we also had a fireside chat with recruiters. And this is the time for you who wants to actually join Mckinsey as a consultant to ask all the questions that you have about life as a consultant. How is it going to look like? How is the application look like? What kind of people that they're looking for, etc. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't really have a lot of photos or videos during the event itself, because first of all, it is a virtual event. Second of all, because they don't really like allow us to post photos to social media, because the content of the workshop itself is supposed to be private. It's supposed to be confidential. I would suggest that you guys to just go check it out. Just try to apply and join, because it is really great opportunity, and I think it's one of the best decisions that I've made this year, 2021, because we've all been so stuck in this pandemic forever, and I think it's good to have, you know, some kind of achievement to make you feel better about yourself maybe. Thank you for listening to me rambling until this late, and see you next video. Bye bye.